Hello everybody, it's the Doctor here, and today we are talking about the Uruk-Hai army set. This has 257 pieces. 9471 is the set number, ages 8 to 14 bajillion, because that number doesn't really matter. There are an extremely large amount of figures in this set. There are 2 Rohan soldiers, 1 Aomir and 1 regular Rohan soldier. And then we get 4 whopping Uruk-Hais, all of them looking individual. We get a crazy Ballista and a wall that should attach to the other Battle of Helm's Deep set. On the back it shows a little bit of the playability features, the Ballista shooting as well as one of the catapults firing down. Has a little bit of steps, and then even on the very bottom it does explain that you can add this set to an even larger set to make an even larger wall. Pretty awesome in my opinion. Glad that they did that, because I'm going to want to build a humongous wall with a lot of Uruk-Hais attacking. So let's go ahead and crack this feller open, build it, and talk about it. First up we have Aomir, son of Eomund. Pretty awesome. All printed pieces on this guy. Helmet is printed. Nice little cape. Spear, Rohan spear. Very, very wicked looking dude. He does come with 2 sides to his head and some back printing as well as front printing. No hairpiece unfortunately, just the helmet. But the helmet is too darn cool to not wear. Very excellent Aomir figure. Next we just have a regular Rohan soldier. By the looks of him, he is one of the horse lords, which quite frankly does not make sense for the set, because he would not have been behind the wall of Helm's Deep. He would have been riding his horse off somewhere in the far distance. But whatever. Comes with a bow and arrow, a plain, non-printed Rohan helm. Front printing looks pretty decent. He also comes well equipped with front printing as well as back printing, and a kind of a gur face in case you wanted to change it up a little bit. Next we have an Uruk-Hai, and what I really like about this set is that you can change each Uruk-Hai to make them look individual, even though in a mass of like a million you really wouldn't know the difference anyways. But this fella has hair instead of an armor helmet. Comes with the Uruk-Hai sword and one of the Uruk-Hai shields. All the printing on these guys are the same, but the fact that you can kind of change up the face as well as the weaponry or hairpiece is extremely awesome. And you're probably wondering what I mean by that. In their raw form, this is what they look like. You get the white hand of Saruman on his face on this side, or just plain old grit and teeth looking mad. Back printing as well as front printing looks pretty wicked, and what you can do is just switch around the head on each one of these guys or give them a different weapon to make them all unique. Here's another guy that we get. His mouth is slightly open, comes with a wicked halberd, armored up on the top, as well as a new head mold on his helmet. Wicked looking helmet, very accurate looking. Really cool armored up Uruk-Hai. Next we have a very similar looking dude, except for his mouth is closed, so you can kind of change it up. Even though they might be wearing the exact same thing, you can kind of give each one a different look or identity. And last but not least, same armor, but instead he comes with the shield and sword combination, but with a helmet instead of a hairpiece, and his mouth is closed and gritty nitty. So let's go ahead and move on to the actual set. So here's the whole set in its entirety. Basically we get a wall, which can be an addition to the main Battle of Helm's Deep set, and you can just keep continuing on. This is basically just a really huge battle pack for that scene. And then on the Uruk-Hai side, we get one of these crazy looking ballistas, which shoots out some hooks to try to climb the wall. Would have been nice if we got a little ladder piece that could have kind of swung up, similar to the movie, but we do not get that in this set. Mainly, this is just an army builder, as well as a Rohan army builder. Doesn't quite make sense that the Rohan guy is behind the breach wall, because they are actually later on in that scene. They are actually exiled and do not come until the sun rises, so kind of doesn't make sense, but who really cares? Let's go ahead and check out the other pieces. We're going to first look at the Uruk-Hai weapon, which is a weapon to assist in getting into the wall. They shoot this up and then make some claws attached to the top of the wall. And it would be cool if we actually got maybe some ladders to create a more movie accurate scene, but we do not. We basically just get this single rickety looking ballista. I really do like the fact that it is rickety looking, because it makes it seem more realistic. The Uruk-Hais really didn't have the best or the strongest of weaponry pieces, but they had mass and strength in numbers. Overall, pretty simple build. Pretty cool looking though. It was pretty fun to put all together. There are no stickers in this set as well. Really like that fact these are completely printed bricks. And the main feature of this thing is you press this little lever here. Out shoots the hooks to try to breach the wall. As you can see, they shoot pretty decently far, but you have to hold it correctly to get it that far. For those of you who might have trouble, I basically just grab on both sides of the actual axle, and then finally put my thumb here and flick it. This is pretty sturdy, so it will not explode off when you flick it. Here is the wall part of the set. As you can see, we do get a few of these new bricks in a light gray color. Really like all the stone type pieces here to kind of make it look a little bit more realistic. You have the colors of the flag here. Nice little torch, because it does end up being a night battle. And then as you can see, there are pegs on this side and holes on here, so you can just keep continuing on this wall. On the back of the wall, pretty simple little piece. This is a similar piece as to where Legolas slides down the stairs and stabs a bunch of people. The wall breaks off and Legolas acts all cool because he can. So you get a few stairs to make it seem more realistic. Pretty basic inside here. We get a few extra catapult pieces. Pretty basic catapult. You just kind of flick and there goes the stone. Very primitive, but works extremely well. You could probably fit a few guys up here. Maybe a few elves if they release them in the future. Included in the set is one of the new horse molds. One of the ones that can stand up while on its back feet. Pretty nifty little mold. The only unfortunate part is that it would make sense if the sword were kind of downward, but it is just a tad bit long for that, so it looks extremely awkward sitting straight up. But minor detail, not a big deal. Overall, pretty basic set, but this is the perfect army builder for the Battle of Helm's Deep. We get 4 different looking Uruk-Hais. We also get 1 Rohan soldier, even though it doesn't quite make sense that the Rohan soldier is in the actual Helm's Deep section because they were all exiled, but that's a different story. We also get an exclusive Éomer figure, so a lot of exclusive figures and a lot of amount of unique figures. Great little battle pack set. Definite build it. This is going to be the main way to get a bunch of Uruk-Hai to fight against the Fellowship and Rohan. So you're definitely going to want to pick up a bunch of these to make a pretty epic battle scene. And there are a ton of bigs. Pretty cool little simple builds as well. Definitely fun little set. Hope you guys enjoyed. I really love these Lord of the Rings sets. Really digging the new Uruk-Hai figures as well as their new molds. So if you can pick this one up, be sure to do so, and quite a few of them. This is me, the Doctor, yet again, signing out.